Thank you for choosing the FirstPay POS point-of-sale solution. This video will guide you through the easy process of adding inventory. Let's get started. In order to add inventory, you can either sign into the portal via a computer that has internet access, or you can access the portal via the FirstPay POS app on your iPad. If you want to add inventory via the app, simply sign into the app and tap the gray menu tab on the left side of the screen and tap Go to Portal. Today, we'll be accessing the portal via computer. You'll want to go to an internet browser and type in the address you see on the screen. Enter your Transaction Center ID, username, and password, and click Login. If you've forgotten this information, you can refer to your activation email or simply click Forgot Your Information? Click here, located above the Login button. If you're logging in for the first time, you'll be prompted to update your password and set up your security questions and answers. On the Product Hub page, click the FirstPay POS image. You are now logged into the POS portal. Click Inventory in the top menu. In order to add inventory, you'll need to first set up categories. Categories allow you to group related items or products together. Click on Categories on the left side of the page, then click Add New Category. This will allow you to add a category by entering a name, a status, whether it's enabled or not, add color coding, determine if it's taxable, and select the kitchen printer if you're sending items to a kitchen or back office printer. For example, we'll set up a category called Desserts. I'll type in the name. I'll skip selecting a parent category as there's no category above Desserts. I'll select Enabled to make the category active. And then I'll select purple for the color of my desserts category. I can then select a color for my item button, which will be used for my desserts in the category. For this example, I'll use the default color, which is silver. I'll then select that items in the category are taxable and then select the tax rate from the next drop-down box. I'll then select Kitchen as the items printer for items in this category. Then I'll click Add Category to save the desserts category with these settings. You do have the option to add a subcategory the same way a category is added. You would just need to select the main category it will belong to in the parent category drop-down box. For example, you could add a subcategory of pies under the parent or main category of desserts if you wanted. Please note, if you have a kitchen printer, you can assign the item printer at the category or item level. You can also do this for subcategories within a main category. Next, we'll add items to our desserts category. Click on the Inventory button on the left side to add or view items. Click on the blue Add Item button to add a new dessert to the category. You can also click Edit here if you want to edit any existing items. Please note that your items must be assigned to a category or subcategory in order to appear in the main screen where items are listed by category. If you don't assign them to a category, they will not appear there. However, items that are not assigned to a category or subcategory will work with a barcode scanner or the item search feature in the app. To add our dessert, we'll click Add Item and then fill in the appropriate fields. I don't have a UPC number for my dessert, so I'll skip that field. I'll enter Boston Cream Pie for the item name. I'll then enter a description. I'll then select the Desserts category. Remember, if you don't select a category, your item will not appear in the list of items by category on the main screen. I'll skip the stock keeping unit or SKU as I don't have one for this item. I will then add the price of $4.99. I will also add my cost of $2.15. In order to track the inventory, I will add in the quantity I have on hand, which is 45. I will also add my reorder point of 15. Please note, you will need to ensure inventory management is enabled in the general settings in order to use this feature. The drop-down for taxable should already be set to yes, so I will move on to the next step and select my tax rate from the drop-down box. I'll then select Enabled to make my item active. My item printer and button color should already be selected based on the category settings. I'll then select Add Item, and Boston Cream Pie will now show up in my inventory under Desserts. Next, we'll add a chocolate chip cheesecake. To add our dessert, we'll click Add Item, and then fill in the appropriate fields. I don't have a UPC number for my dessert, so I'll skip that field. I'll enter chocolate chip cheesecake for the item name. I'll then enter a description and select the desserts category. Again, I'll skip the SKU since I don't have one for this item. I'll then add the price of $5.50 and then add my cost of $3.25. In order to track the inventory, I will add in the quantity I have on hand, which is 30. I will also add a reorder point of 10. The drop-down for taxable should already be set to yes, so I'll move on to the next step and select my tax rate from the drop-down box. I'll then select Enabled to make my item active. My item printer and button color should already be selected based on the category settings. I'll then select Add Item, and my dessert will now show up in my inventory under Desserts. You will continue to add items until all of your inventory has been added. Modifiers can be added to items at any time and will be covered in a separate video. If you have many items to add, you have the option to upload multiple inventory items using our bulk upload feature. If you want to do a bulk upload, you'll need to be at a computer, not an iPad. Click Inventory in the top menu at the top of the screen. You will see your inventory displayed. Click on Bulk Create, then click Download Sample. Click Save As. Make sure to keep the file type as CSV or comma-separated values. A CSV file will download to your computer. This file is a template for you to follow when creating your own bulk upload file. Next, edit the sample items in the file, but don't delete any of the columns, even if they're unused, as this will cause the upload to fail. If you do not wish to use a column, simply leave the column blank. Add your items to the file. You can upload up to 1,000 items at a time with the bulk upload feature. Save the revised file on your computer. A brand new spreadsheet will need to be used to add any new items to the inventory. Any items on the spreadsheet that are already in the inventory will be duplicated. Next, go back to the Bulk Create Inventory Item screen in the portal. Click Inventory, then click Bulk Create. Click Browse. Please note, if you're using Windows, the button will say Browse. If you're using a Mac, the button will say Choose File. Your computer will begin searching for a file. Locate the revised CSV file and double-click the file to select it. If you have saved it with the same file name as the sample file, it will be called bulkitemupload.csv. As an alternative, you can click the file, then click Open. Click the blue Upload button to start the upload process. The items will begin to upload to your inventory, and you will see a Successful Upload message when finished. If at any time you need to edit an item, you can do so by editing each item individually or through a bulk edit process. To edit an individual item, go to Inventory, search for the item you need to edit, and click the blue Edit button. Make your edits, then click Save Changes. And that's how to add and edit inventory in 1stPayPOS.